rock.
All right,
Let's do this thing.
let's do it.
Good
Afternoon.
morning.
I know you're not with the times. How do we sound?
You tell me.
I'm not even on. There we go. Good morning. I wasn't even
Afternoon
on.
again.
Afternoon. I had a chance to do it right this
Redeem
time.
yourself and you didn't.
Nope.
It's a damn
How we
shame.
doing?
Great.
We're doing
Great.
Great.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Hello. I guess I'll just do it.
Just do it.
Episode 1. Fuck. I have the episode right here.
You're all over the
Alrighty.
place.
Episode
right now.
405 of In the Pit. Make sure you like and subscribe to the podcast, to the YouTube. We got a lot of great content coming out. Johnny will get you all that information. Thank you, Big Nick. It's Big Nick in spirit. Let's see what we got coming out this week. Tonight we have. I actually don't know. The YouTube schedule isn't updated for me. Anyone know what's coming out tonight?
Is the Drake bracket coming out tonight? Drake
Part 2?
Part 2 might be coming out
That
tonight.
might be it. Yeah.
I was told that that's coming out sometime very soon. I think I was told today.
Uh-huh.
But don't take my word for it. The only way you can know is if you put your notification bells on for our YouTube channel. So when videos do come out, you can watch them as soon as they do. So do that, and you'll find out what videos are coming out
What
tonight.
a plug. What a
What a
plug.
What a guy.
What a
What a plug.
guy.
What a guy in general.
What a guy. Josh, how's it feel? Your second episode in the pit?
Oh, I'm excited. I'm definitely I'm in the thick of it now.
You're in-
Before I felt new, and now I'm feeling a little more experienced. Like I can really speak to some topics.
Good. We got a lot of topics to talk about. Actually, we have some. I don't know. Did you look at the topics yet?
No, I'm looking at. Well, right now I'm looking at
Sam.
them.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah.
it.
All right, let's get into it. You want to just talk on some breaking news
Sure.
that just came out?
What do you
Breaking
got?
news. Debo Samuel wants out of San Francisco.
Oh, that's not breaking.
He
will
formally requested a trade.
He'll be
Okay, if
gone
he's
by
formally
draft
done
night.
it, then that's
Yes.
kind of breaking. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he'll be gone by draft night. He wants a lot of money.
Yeah.
I don't blame him.
Where do you think he goes?
I saw a picture of him at the Jets facility.
I think that's where he ends up.
I think he's gonna-
I'm
yeah.
just gonna go with the rumors and say Jets. If he was a smart man, he'd try to find his way into like that new and improved Broncos team. But I don't know how much room they can have to maneuver him.
You want a dark horse team that I think could go after him? Green Bay Packers.
They need,
Packers,
they need
yeah.
a
Packers
receiver.
needed a wide receiver 1. They were willing to pay Devontae Adams the money.
Who did they just bring in?
They just signed
Sammy
Sammy
Watkins.
Watkins.
Oh
He's not a
yeah,
wide
Sammy
receiver
Watkins, the
1.
ghost of Sammy Watkins.
Yeah. So they need a wide receiver 1. Debo Samuel is by far wide receiver 1. They could run a really interesting offense. Matt LaFleur was a brainchild of Kyle Shanahan. They're in that kind of same football Washington kind of brain trust of Shanahan's disciples. I think that would be an interesting fit, but I think the Jets are the favorite to get him. How hard they went after Tyreek. They want a wide receiver. They have assets.
Yeah, I mean they have 2 top 10 picks.
Salah knows.
Yeah, I mean I
him.
think that's probably the biggest reason. Another big reason why is because of the head coach, the relationship there.
Yeah.
And Jets, I mean,
Are you guys Zach Wilson believers?
if you give him the right pieces, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think in any situation like that with the young quarterback, it's just about giving him the right pieces. I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence last year. He sucked because he had Marvin
Okay.
Jones Jr. as
I
his
agree.
best receiver.
So I was a Sam Darnold believer, and then like I've seen some pretty horrible clips of Sam Darnold recently making some awful decisions. I'm not saying his career's over or anything, but Zach Wilson, I feel like that's the same thing that's happening. People are saying like put him in a better situation where he's not running all the time and he can actually make decisions, he'll play better. I feel like you get him in that situation, he still doesn't strike me as the guy who will do it.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I
We'll
mean,
see.
I think the last 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks, Wilson looked a lot better coming back from that injury.
Mm-hmm.
He looked a lot more poised. He looked a little bit better.
NFL's hard to adjust to.
Yeah.
It's one of the
Yeah.
hardest sports
Especially
to go
coming
from
from
college
BYU.
to professionals.
Yeah.
it
Especially
is.
not going from like a
And he
major
went to
program.
BYU.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like he
Yeah.
went to like an Alabama or Clemson or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I don't know. I understand it. I think with quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, I think you have I think they say the 30-year jump is what they call it. I think you got like 3 solid years to prove yourself. And he's had one. He's had 1 year under his belt.
Yeah.
Like, I can see a jump from him.
Is this Herbert's
Definitely
third?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
This
Yep.
is Herbert's. I
Herb-
think
that's why
Herbert's going to
Herbert
win
won
MVP
MVP.
this
Yeah.
year.
There he is.
Yeah.
I think we've all said
We've
that.
all said that
I
some
think
point.
he'll win MVP
Yeah.
this
I think
year.
he's winning.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, just, you gotta help him out especially when you start off young like that. Like you gotta give him something to work with. You can't just throw him to the wolves.
How good are the Jets with Debo?
They've made a lot of improvements this offseason on both sides. Not
Are they
to
better
say-
than the Patriots? is the
No. No, even if they get Debo, like I said to you earlier, I don't think the Patriots are even making the playoffs.
Oh, they're definitely not making.
But
the
like
playoffs.
you look at that division, I mean, it's definitely Bills, Dolphins, Pats, Jets.
That's
I mean,
another really stacked division.
it is. I mean, that has potential to be a really good division.
I don't think the Dolphins, Pats, or Jets are going to go over 10 wins. Any of those teams.
I don't think
Bills
the
will go over
Pats and
10
Jets
wins.
aren't going to go over 10 wins. I think Miami will be
To stay
on the
stacked, so
cusp.
to stay stacked division, I would say you need like 2 10 or 11, 12 win teams.
Right.
I don't think that division has 2 in them. I think
Yeah.
maybe the Dolphins can scratch 10, but you got to see
I
like
mean, well, they were a 9-win team last year.
yeah,
with-
they made a lot of improvements
Yeah.
too, but like
They could be. It's going to
it's
rely
tough,
on
man.
Tua.
Every season's different. One big injury could change everything.
Well, yeah, of course.
It'll be a
but
competitive division.
If we're talking hypotheticals with injuries, I mean, it's hard to say that. Of course, one big injury. If Josh Allen tears the ACL, the Bills are.
Oh, don't even
16
say
win.
that. That'll make me cry.
But I think if we're looking on paper right now, the Dolphins are, I think, an 11-win team, 12-win team. I think you can see that. Their defense is very solid.
Jalen Waddle, Tua, who'd they just bring in as another receiver?
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
That's all you really
I
need.
don't really
Yeah.
know the Tyreek Hill thing makes any sense to me though. Tua's got one of the worst arms in football, probably.
That's not true.
Who do you think has who would you say has a worse arm than Tua?
In terms of throwing it deep, I mean,
Yeah.
of starting quarterbacks last year,
Yeah.
fucking Taylor Heineke.
Okay, but I'm gonna need like 4 or 5. You actually,
I got-
I say one of them.
Mac
Garoppolo,
Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones is the worst arm than Tua.
Probably,
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I put him in the bottom tier of being able to get a guy who's like Tyreek Hill on a speed route deep. We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean-
and he's lefty. I have nothing against lefties, but there's only one lefty quarterback in the NFL, and it's Tua. And there's a reason. Lefties are just a little.
Well, it's because you don't draw play up. You don't have play calls drawn up for lefties.
We'll
Because the
see,
playbooks aren't
man.
made for lefties.
I think one thing they do have that goes for them, not against them, is I think their team culture is really shifted. Like the Dolphins were the joke of the league for a little bit, and
Yeah.
now they're like winners. Like they play like they're winners.
I don't know if they're winners.
New head coach.
They play
too.
hard, bro. They play hard.
play hard. Well,
and
Brian
that new
Flores-
coach,
Brian
he,
Flores is a great head coach.
He
Like,
was. He was a great
and like
head
all
coach,
that
yeah.
stuff that happened was like, I don't know about the Dolphins team culture as a winning.
They were
culture.
some horrible.
They were terrible
They were awful
in the late. I mean, they went 1-15 one season.
Yeah.
they only won one game. It was
They
week
turned that whole
14.
thing around. Good for them.
Sure, but they have won 2-10. They have 2 10-win seasons since then. I mean, it's not like they've been lighting up the
No,
world.
wait, you're right. It's not like a winning culture in the terms of like championships, trophies, or even like division titles. But
No.
if you went 1-15 in the last 20 years, you're doing a little better than
They're
that.
competitive most years.
At least they're not the Lions.
Exactly. They're
Yeah.
competitive.
Exactly.
I wouldn't say they're a winning culture. I wouldn't say they have a good culture. I like the coach they brought in. Can draw up some really interesting plays. I'm looking at Waddle in the backfield a little bit more this year. Using Waddle as a Debo type because he was the offensive coordinator for the Niners last year
Yep.
when they used Debo in that way. A thought just popped in my head. Will the Dolphins get Debo? Not happening. They don't have the
Yeah,
assets
it wouldn't make
anymore.
much sense.
No.
That would be one of the most stacked wide receivers.
That'd be the best receiver core, and it wouldn't
Of all
really be
time.
close.
By a-
Yeah, he'd be the
yeah,
best
it
receiver
could be.
core.
Yeah. But I think you're gonna have a really interesting offense. You don't need Tua to throw the ball deep. You can run Tyreek Hill differently. He's so fast.
I was going to say Tyreek's definitely going to be used a little differently.
he's not-
Kansas City was
Do
a
we know
unique
who the,
offense.
Do we know who the
because-
Dolphins play? Like out of their
What do you mean?
division, like the other divisions they have to play.
can look up
'Cause
their
that could be big. If they have to play like the AFC West or like the Broncos and Chargers division, they might lose all those games.
I think they're a good team. I mean, I think we're.
Didn't they
you're-
resign Xavier Howard?
They resigned
the
Xavier
corner?
and Howard. They got Steph Kaseki.
Yeah.
Let's see. They play. They play the AFC North this year.
AFC North. So
Yeah.
is that Steelers division?
Steelers, Browns, Ravens.
So it can be some tough games.
Well, yeah. I mean, but they also play like the Texans.
Yeah.
They have they play the Lions this year. They play
Some free wins right there.
Bengals. Like it's not. It's a fine schedule. They play the Chargers, but
Ooh wee.
yeah, it's nothing too much. But I don't know. I believe in these Dolphins.
I think they'll float around 10 wins.
Uh-huh.
They'll be in that area between like 9 and 11.
If we're setting the over/under at 10.5, you guys taking over or under?
It's a high
under.
over-under.
I'm taking under also.
but it wouldn't be by much.
Um,
I just think first year, new head coach. New
I'm taking under. And even,
quarterback,
okay, we'll even make it a
receiver
little better.
duo.
9.5. I'm still probably taking under.
I'm taking the over.
I would take the
Oh,
over on
17 game
9.5. I think they're going to
I'm
be right
saying
at
under.
10.
Yeah.
Is there 17 games in a
So
season?
you don't think
I
they're a
can see
playoff
them
team?
going 10
I don't
7.
know. I really don't. I think other teams got a lot better, and if the AFC, you can have 3,
7 teams can make the playoffs.
7 teams, but like
All
3
four
out
from
of
the
all
division.
4 teams can make it from the one division.
Mhm.
Yes.
All 4 AFC West teams might make the.
They're going to beat up on each other too much. Listen, you got 6 games against your division rivals.
I know.
If
If
you
you
go
split them, everyone goes like
3 and
3 and 3, 4 and 2, like ish.
I
No
don't
one
think-
sweeps the
I
division.
don't think the Chiefs are going to be as good as people think they will.
You don't think they'll make the playoffs?
I think they're.
That's a hot take.
Listen,
It'll be
their
tough.
offense
it'll be
struggled
hard
last
for
year in
them.
the first half of the season.
Okay.
Their offense struggled.
Their defense was even worse.
Their defense was even worse.
What
Their
have they
defense
done to
showed up-
improve?
Nothing. They've
I
gotten
agree.
worse.
I agree.
They lost
Defense, at
Tyreek
least,
Hill.
yeah.
Their defense is
Tyrann
worse.
Matthews out the door, I'm pretty sure.
Matthews is gone. They replaced him with Dave. What's his name from the Texans?
They need to get lucky in the draft.
They
by getting
need to
these
get a wide
receivers.
receiver.
Yeah.
But you can now just triple cover Travis Kelsey,
Yeah.
and then what does Patrick Mahomes do?
They need
Patrick
Mecole
Mahomes-
Hardman to take a big step forward.
I mean, what did they get MVS?
Did they?
Yes.
Oh, you're
Yes,
right.
they
Most
did.
valuable
Yep.
Scantling.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of a pickup.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not.
But the
well,
drop off is.
I think you're
big.
going to see a lot of the struggles that the Chiefs had in the first half of the year last year, next year, for most of the season. I think Mahomes is going to struggle without a weapon.
One thing they do have going forward is one of the best offensive lines now that they've drafted so well. They got like 2 guys this year that were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Hey, this is going to show a lot about Pat Mahomes.
Yeah.
It's going to. But we'll see. I think it'll be hard. I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, but it's definitely going to be a challenge.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be a
Because
challenge.
I think the Chargers are better than them. I think the Raiders might be better than them.
I don't think the Raiders.
the
are
Raiders'
better than
offense
them.
is going to be disgusting.
The Raiders' offense
if
is
they
nasty.
click,
Their defense is good too.
if they click, they could be the
I
best
just
offense
trust
in
Patrick
football.
Mahomes over Derek Carr.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, but
But look at the
Pat
weapons.
Mahomes and who?
I know.
Yeah, Pat
but
Mahomes and a
it's-
32-year-old Travis Kelsey.
You got Hunter Renfro, Devontae Adams, and Darren Waller.
There's
That's nasty.
There's no sport that revolves around one position more than football, revolving around the quarterback.
Derek Carr's like
Derek
good
Carr-
though.
He's good. No,
Like,
he's good. But
He's
I mean,
MVP.
I power rank him 4th out of 4 in that division for sure.
I'm putting him ahead of Russell Wilson.
Oh,
right
I'm
now.
not. I'm
Right
definitely
now,
not.
I
Russell Wilson's still freaky good.
You didn't see
Oh,
that last year.
didn't see it
though.
last
He
year.
still had some crazy long ball. His long ball is still there. He's still mobile. Well, the only thing that didn't happen for him is he had to scramble. He had one of the worst offensive lines in football,
Yes,
Seahawks.
yes.
He had to scramble every play, basically. So, I don't know. Get him on a different team. The Broncos are a legit contender with him. And I'm telling you, I think I have a little less faith in Derek Carr than everyone else.
and I have a
but we'll
little less
see.
faith in Russell Wilson.
There you go.
Someone just commented, Trevor in the comments, that quit sleeping on the Broncos. Well, we got Josh on now. He's a Broncos believer. We lost our Raiders believer and replaced him with a Broncos believer.
I'm a
You
Broncos
know, I mean,
truther.
if I got to pick one of those 4 teams in the division to not make the playoffs, I think I'm going Broncos.
Yeah,
to
I
be
think I am
honest
too.
with
I'm
you.
going Raiders probably.
We'll see.
All right. We got 2 other wide receivers who are holding out right now. A.J. Brown and Terry McLaurin.
AJ Brown will resign.
Yeah.
Terry,
I think Terry.
He
I don't
should
think Terry's
resign.
coming back.
I think Terry is.
I think they'll give him something. He's a great locker room guy.
Yeah, they love him. He loves it there. They love him there. I
Mhm.
think they'll figure something out with Terry. I think of the 3, I think Terry is most likely to come back.
Really?
Really?
I would say AJ
I
Brown
just
just
feel like-
because they're talking about how they're already going into negotiations and stuff.
So I would also say AJ Brown, but I feel like Terry McLaurin is the least likely, only because the
Well,
franchise
Debo's the
itself.
least likely.
Well, yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're 100%. I forgot who the third
Between
person was.
Brown
I was
and
thinking about
McLaurin,
between
yeah.
those two
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
less likely, only because the Commanders. They're Commanders, right?
Yes,
yeah, the
yes.
Commanders are. I don't know. There's just something about that culture. Like,
Oh, it's
who
a
are they
terrible
bringing in at
culture.
quarterback? Who's the manager?
Wentz.
Who's the organization owner?
Listen,
Like, let's be
the
honest. Dan
organ-
Snyder, worst
Yes.
owner in any sport, baby.
Oh, he is the. You don't have to tell me about how much the fucking Commanders suck.
Yeah.
I hate them, but
Yeah.
I watch them and I hate them.
Yeah.
It's the most toxic relationship in my life is my relationship with the
The
Commanders.
Wizards aren't much better, bro.
But the Wizards aren't committing sex crimes and hate crimes and aren't
Yeah.
defrauding the NFL and aren't,
That's football, baby.
That's football, baby. Yeah. But A.J. Brown holding out, McLaren holding out. I think they both get deals.
They
done
have
now.
reasons to hold out.
Yeah. I
Look
mean,
at
look at
the
all the wide
market.
receiver. Yeah.
They'd be stupid not to.
Exactly. So people in the comments want us to talk about this topic. USFL that came back this weekend. I watched like 10 minutes of a game because I
What
was
do you
bored on
even
Saturday.
I saw Terrell Owens catch a touchdown. Was
Different
that in
league.
US?
That's the fan controlled, right?
Oh, never mind. Sorry,
What's
never mind.
USFL? What's
Yeah, I
what
don't
is
know
it?
anything about this.
So it's they did it in the 80s. Fun
Right.
fact: Donald Trump owned a team in one of the New Jersey
Good for him.
Generals.
Interesting.
And now they brought it back. It's a spring football league. Is the idea? It's just
So
spring
it's like
football.
off season, basically.
Is it 11 on 11?
Yeah, it's full sport. And they're on NBC. It's like
They have a
widely
TV
broadcasted.
deal.
They have a big TV
Wow.
deal. But one player, Devon Smith, was cut from one of the USFL teams for, quote, alleged disrespect to a hotel staff member. The
did he
alleged
do?
disrespect was requesting to be served pizza instead of chicken salad.
There's got to be more.
Yeah,
to
I was
that.
gonna say
Yeah,
there's
there's
gotta be
what's the
more
actual
to it
story?
than that.
There's got to be more. To
I
that.
saw a little like clip or something of them talking, and he was like had his head in his lap and stuff like that. And then I saw something about he's gonna like leak text messages from him and the head coach, kind of just like throwing because the head coach apparently is being a dick about everything and is throwing
So
him under the bus.
There's video of like him being cut, and that was the reason.
Yeah.
So according to Smith, he requested pizza from a hotel worker instead of chicken salad that was being served to him. The hotel worker told him he couldn't have pizza and asked if that would be a problem. With Smith claims that he said yes and walked away.
All right. Well, I mean that's you can't get cut for that.
I mean,
I mean that's kind of stupid.
The
I mean,
head
that's
co-
all
yeah.
it is.
of course, it's horribly stupid something to cut someone over. Honestly, I was trying to find a way to defend him, and I just can't. That's just a stupid way to cut
It
someone.
was like-
I can't find a way to like.
I mean, the only
explain
thing
that.
was when he said will this be a problem? He says yes.
Yeah, I
think that's
guess,
a
but
threat.
but
like,
like,
that's-
yeah, that's not.
yeah.
I was honestly going with that. And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't even think
how
that's
many,
much of a threat.
How many like professional athletes have talked back to their coach? or
Yeah,
just
so
anyone?
much worse.
Like I know
Yeah.
it's
Who is
USFL,
this guy,
but like
though?
I don't know. He's running
Coach.
back. The Coach Kirby Wilson.
Oh,
yeah.
didn't he have an NFL or college tenure?
I think
is
Coach
Jeff
college.
Fisher one of the head
Yes.
coaches?
I'm looking him up right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, Woodson.
Ron
Woodson.
Woodson.
Is he one of the coaches
I
too?
can't
Or was that
remember if
fan?
he's
Or was that the
XFL.
fan one?
No,
oh,
maybe
XFL,
XFL.
maybe.
Jeff Fisher's in this one.
Okay.
I think Rod Woodson's in the
Sure.
XFL.
Okay.
But Kirby Wilson said that he felt Smith was disrespecting the hotel worker and immediately cut Smith without hearing Smith's side of the story.
Yeah, it's
Oh, he bounced around the NFL's running backs coach for a bunch of places. You
Oh,
could
yeah.
see him on like a sidelines and stuff, but like, yeah, he's not someone I thought.
No,
Yeah, it's not right.
he played in the XFL too,
Good
and
for
went to
him.
Michigan. But yeah, that's brutal.
Stand up for yourself, bro. Leak those text messages.
Uh-huh.
Leak anything you got.
Yeah,
Throw the coach under the bus.
yeah, it's pretty awful. Let's see where else.
What
we
are the
got.
contracts like in that league?
I don't know. It's a weird league. I was watching. So yeah, I was watching like 10 minutes a game, empty stadium, completely empty. So they play all the games in Birmingham, Alabama. Tickets are like $10
Interesting.
though, and if you're 15 or younger, you get them for free.
Huh.
Yeah,
Who
but
owns the league? Do you know?
no clue.
No.
Each player on an active roster is paid $4,500 per game, which ends up being $45,000 for the season if a player remains on the active roster for the entire 10-game regular season.
That's
That's
a
it?
lot of abuse for 45
On the
grand.
practice squad, you earn $1,500 a week, $15,000 payout if the player
Jesus.
remains on the practice squad for the entire season.
That's
Wow.
nothing.
You're
Yeah.
given $600 per week during the team's 4-week training camp.
Wow.
All right.
And you will receive if you win the championship, you receive a $10,000 bonus.
Wow.
oh, they're
huge.
playing hard.
So, I
then.
mean,
they're
that's-
playing
yeah.
hardball. That's the coolest thing you said.
So for each win, you get an additional $850 as well. So like, let's say hypothetically, you're on a team that went undefeated and won the championship.
That's
You can make
$1,800
$70,000.
Yeah, wow.
Oh,
That's the most you
wow.
can make. But yeah, so that's what they're looking at here.
Mhm.
First year, I mean, who knows if they keep, they get bigger and stuff, those salaries will go up. But
Apparently,
that's what they're getting.
one thing about Debo is that he doesn't want to be used as a running back anymore.
he doesn't want to be.
No.
Yeah. I mean,
it takes a
that's-
lot. It's a lot of wear and
It's
tear.
kind of on the coach, isn't it? Though.
Yeah.
A lot of wear and tear on the body,
Yes, it is.
even though he's awesome.
Yeah.
I
Do we think the
he does.
Niners are going to take a step back without him?
Yeah,
You think
for
so?
sure.
A big
the offense,
step back?
The offense doesn't work as well without him. I mean, you can't be as creative.
No, I agree, but they also like 2 years ago weren't doing anything with them, and they were still good too.
Besides
Yeah.
Kittle, who else they got?
they always
Ayuk.
just get a random guy and make him good at running back. It doesn't matter who
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, they have 4 running backs.
well,
Yeah.
receivers.
Ayuk.
Ayuk would be the wide receiver
He's
one.
not a wide
and then they're
receiver
gonna
one,
draft
no.
probably. They'll probably go to the draft for one.
Especially if they get assets for Debo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, if they get the 10 pick for Debo,
When is,
like the Jets,
is draft
9
next
days
week?
away,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
8 or 9
Yeah.
days.
9 days, yeah.
So
Anyway, I forgot to start the show with this, guys. Happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays, brother. Holidays. Yeah.
hope everyone's celebrating responsibly.
Yeah. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy the snacks. Have a few laughs.
Watch a good movie.
Watch a good movie. Some shows. Some sports tonight.
Eat your
Yeah.
favorite food.
Yeah, a lot of good sports tonight. Namely,
Yeah.
one game.
Oh my
Yeah, we
god.
got the series. So we're talking about a little bit of NBA talk. Playoffs are in the swing of it. A lot of teams have played 2 games. Only some have played 1.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, the Pelicans pulled off a major upset,
They did.
beating the Suns. And the big takeaway from that game is Devin Booker's hamstring.
Yep.
Book left the game after having a great first half with a hamstring injury. He's questionable for the rest of the series. Big blow. Big blow.
Huge.
Yeah. I mean, that's the best player on the best team in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say that they're not a good team without him, but I mean, I think I saw a stat was they're 8-6 in games when he's not playing, and obviously they're a 60-win team with him. I mean, I think they can still make it out of the first. Like, let's just say hypothetically he's out with the rest of the series. I think they can still win, but like if it extends beyond that, that's when you should start getting a little.
Oh, they're getting out of the first
Oh,
round
worried.
without him.
Yeah, they're fine
For
without
sure.
him.
Yeah, I mean, it was like tied or something when he got hurt.
Mhm.
But he had 31.
Yeah.
No, I think he had more than that. But
Yeah, then the first half.
I was about to say he had like 30 in the first half.
yeah, he's a bucket.
Yeah. If he misses extended time, who's your favorite in the West now?
Golden
Well,
State.
Golden State, yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, they're
Who
just-
saw them looking that good?
They look so good.
Jordan Poole.
Not me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Jordan
Certainly
Poole.
not me.
my
They look
God.
really fucking good right now.
Dude, I mean, their
They've
death
steamrolled
lineup, it's Steph, Clay, Poole, Wiggins, and Draymond. Their offensive rating is like 220 points,
That's
and their
crazy.
defensive rating is 75.
Wow.
That's unbelievable.
That's like historical.
Yeah.
numbers.
And they don't even need, like, I don't know if you watched them when they play their death lineup. Like, Wiggins is standing in the corner. He does not get
Wiggins
initiated
is the
into
fourth
the offense.
option,
He does
dude.
not get initiated into the offense whatsoever.
No.
Wiggins was a starter in the All-Star game, and
Yep.
he's not even the
shouldn't have
third
been.
option.
Yeah.
No,
He's a
he
fucking
shouldn't have been.
BTS.
But he shouldn't have been. But
Yeah.
that's just because of the positions and
Yeah.
No, it's because
the
of
technicality. It's
Because he
Stupidness.
said something about like liking BTS and BTS fans. voted for him.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did see something like
Yeah.
that.
Smart man.
Yeah, exactly.
I love
guess.
BTS.
Vote
Vote-
me into the All-Star game.
Wow, Josh, I just got a text. You're starting in the All-Star game this year.
Heck yes. Put me in, coach.
They started voting early,
Yeah, for next year's All-Star game. Congrats. You're the center. You're going up against Jokic.
but
I think I can get a bucket on. No, just kidding.
Can't even say that. Finish that sentence.
Yeah, literally.
But still, regardless, the fact that you have an All-Star as your fourth option,
Yeah.
I mean, that's all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
They're talking about like what they're gonna do because they have so much assets with Kuminga and like Wiseman when they come back next year and they want to bring them into the lineup and like what do they do with? Of course they're gonna get rid of Wiggins. They really have no
Yeah.
interest. Jordan Poole, do you get rid of him? Do you keep him?
You gotta keep.
Why not? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, why not get rid of the guys who weren't there, like Wiggins and like some of the old expirings and some of that, and just keep the core and run with your 3 young guys. You could have a 7-8 man rotation right there that can easily be 3rd, 4th best roster in the NBA.
Would you bring in Rudy?
Gobert?
Yeah.
If they can make it happen, I think you put anyone in that system with Steph and all of them, you're going to be lethal. All he, has
might
to
be
do is-
that might be the only system I could see him be like
Flourish.
unbelievable.
all he has to do is set picks, roam around the paint, and play paint defense.
Exactly.
That's literally it.
What he needs.
That's
I
literally
think he's a
it.
perfect fit in Golden
It's a
State.
center's
You
dream.
give him, I mean,
You trade Wiseman. You trade some picks. You probably have to unload like some more assets for that. But I mean,
Yeah.
one of the two of Gobert or Mitchell are gone.
He's the
after this year.
first to go Gobert. They'll get rid of Gobert before
Yeah,
they
but-
get rid of Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell's the one who's saying like all the stuff that makes you think like he might be gone, whereas
Yeah.
Gobert's the one who's kind of taking it to
But-
the face and being like, I'm a Utah guy.
But the thing is like if you get rid of Mitchell, you're done. Like you're going rebuild.
Oh, I agree. I
But if you
100%
get
agree.
rid of Gobert,
You still
can
have
still
Mitchell.
be
Yep.
competitive.
Completely
That's
agree.
so from an organizational standpoint, the last thing you're gonna do is trade Mitchell because that's you're calling it.
Yeah.
If you get rid of Mitchell, you're getting rid of Gobert too. You're
Yeah.
getting rid of Bogdanovich. You're getting rid of Mike Conley. Maybe you're getting rid of everyone.
I think Mike Conley's gone anyways after this year.
so.
He's slowed down. He's not the same guy.
Especially if they lose the first
I agree,
round.
but he's a guy
dude.
who probably go chase wins somewhere else.
Yeah.
He's got his time
Lakers?
up over there. You might go back to the Grizzlies. He's a guy who, why not go back to the Grizzlies? Grindhouse, give him something you got off the
Yeah.
bench.
I mean, yeah, that might work. Speaking of the Grizzlies, they played really well last night. Could
Yeah.
they take the West? Do you think they could beat the Warriors in a series?
No.
I think they could, but I don't think they will.
I think you play that series out 10 times. Grizzlies probably win 1 out of 10, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Warriors would win.
The
They're
Warriors,
just too.
the Warriors just came out
too
looking
much
too
star
good.
power.
They
They-
look too good.
You're starting to see that you can't play Steven Adams almost
Yeah.
at all.
He didn't play. He played the first 3 minutes
Yeah,
yesterday, and
can't-
that was it.
You literally can't play him basically at all. You think you could do it against the Warriors? God,
They
no.
could just put Jaren Jackson at center and call it a day.
But the thing with Jaren Jackson is he's
Bless you.
unbelievable defender. He picks up fouls quicker than I do. And I used to play back in like middle school and high
You're
school.
the all-star center.
I know. I gotta get like under
gotta work on
control.
that,
I really
yeah.
gotta go see Pop and like work on my game a little bit or something like that.
Mm.
But Jaren Jackson Jr. foul trouble is a big thing with him. They are very deep, but you're talking centers. It's really just those two. And I don't know, man. Also,
Yeah.
none of them have been there.
Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
don't think so either. I think the Warriors.
I think, the Warriors.
You
would.
can make the argument the Warriors are the favorite again over the Suns.
They right now they are betting wise
Really?
the favorite. It's them, the Suns, the Bucks, and the Celtics.
Wow.
Are the top 4 right
Wow.
now.
Celtics.
Yeah.
Speaking of Celtics, Game 2 is tonight. A little bit of Woj news breaking right now. Ben Simmons veering off to play Game 4. He looks like he'll be-
Fine. Let him play, dude.
I hope he
don't
brings it
care.
up every time.
I hope he plays. Like, I don't understand the logic of a team bringing in a brand new player who hasn't played in a year and just throwing him into the wall, like throw him to the wolves.
because all you need him to do is play defense.
Bro, but like you're telling me, okay, fine, but you have him on offense. You know how much easier that is to double Kyrie and KD. You don't have
Yep.
to even worry about Ben Simmons unless he's
I'm
in the
not
paint.
worried about our
That's
defense.
the issue. That's the biggest thing. Defense. I believe he should have won Defensive Player of the Year last year when Rudy Gobert won it. I believe that when he's healthy, Ben Simmons is probably the best defender in basketball. He can guard positions 1 to 5. Lock guys down. He has
Yeah.
everything. He can pass. He can get you a triple double every game. The only thing with him is he can't
He
shoot,
can't score,
and he's
yeah.
afraid
Points,
to
yeah.
score.
But
But like again,
do anyways. Yeah.
no,
like-
I know, but like again, he hasn't played in almost a year, and for many reasons, and you're just throwing him into a Game 4 of the biggest matchup you're probably gonna have this postseason. I
All
just
he-
don't think that's gonna work.
All he's gonna do is take the ball out of the two best players.
That's what I'm
hands,
saying.
and that
You're-
makes me
yeah.
a happy man. And who are you gonna cut minutes? Goran Dragic, who looked amazing. Patty Mills, who plays amazing in the playoffs. Who are you gonna cut minutes for? Bruce Brown? I just don't get what you're doing.
Brown.
I just don't
Bruce Brown's
think
been one of their best players, and
It-
at least Bruce Brown,
Yeah.
he's a very good corner 3 specialist. That is not Ben Simmons.
No.
You can't like clear everyone out, Kyrie go 1-on-1, break you down, and then kick to the corner, and then have Ben Simmons shoot a spot up. You wouldn't trust that at all.
No.
it's just too much reliability on offense. That's the biggest thing. Again, because if he's on the offense, you can focus on Kyrie and KD even more.
He'll probably run with the second unit and play with KD when KD runs with the second unit.
I doubt he'd start too.
Oh, no, he
they
would never
No,
start.
he'd come
His
out.
mi- He'd definitely have a minutes restriction.
Oh, for sure. Probably
1,000%.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
He'd probably. The interesting thing is you'd want him for crunch time on defense, but you can't have him in crunch time on offense.
That's what makes it so
Yeah.
difficult to have
But
someone
like,
like
do
that.
you even want him that bad for defense? Like, do you,
I mean,
are you?
I
if you're
want
the-
him covering
he's-
Tatum.
No, I agree, but like if it's becoming like the last possession, like KD throws up that bad shot, we don't take a timeout. There is no offense for defense sub.
Exactly.
Now you got Ben Simmons. If it was the other way around, where we took the last
Right,
shot,
right.
then you have Ben Simmons on the court, who we don't even have to guard. We can just go double
I'd
Kyrie.
say though the difference is between last year on the Sixers and this year on the Nets is that it's not just Embiid.
No, his
you
role is
have-
much different.
You have two guys you have to double team. You have KD and Kyrie, which means you can hide him as a fifth option much easier in one of those minutes.
Fine,
Because you
yeah.
have two options of guys who you want taking that last shot. You want KD taking that last shot. You want Kyrie taking that last shot.
I agree, but a team as good as the Celtics are at defense, with the number one team in
Yes.
defense,
They're
imagine how how much Ime is sitting there with his defensive coaches being like, "Give us Ben. We literally don't even have to game plan for him
yeah.
on offense. Like, let him. Like, it's going to be a 3-second game plan for Ben Simmons, whereas you're going to see paragraphs on a chalkboard or a whiteboard for KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And the game plan is literally going to be like, let Ben shoot, which is what you want anyway.
I mean, Ime coached Ben Simmons too, and he was an assistant in Philly, so
There
he
you go.
knows a lot about Ben. That's something else you got to factor in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they want to bring him back, go for it. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It really doesn't.
Tonight's going to be insane, though. Tonight's going to be a crazy
I hope
game.
they give Marcus the award in front of the crowd.
Oh, that'd be
before,
crazy
because
cool.
that'll just get everyone hyped up.
Yeah. So
I-
as you were mentioning, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah,
It's the first guard since
Gary Payton,
Gary
96.
Yeah.
26 years.
Good for him.
Yeah, 26 years. 26 years.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I mean, listen, I can sit here and tell you he was the most deserving of it because I believe it. I think it's true. The best defender on the best defensive team in basketball. Michael Bridges is going to be a
He'll
problem.
get it.
He'll get
Yep,
he'll get one
He'll
at
get
one
one.
point. Gobert, glad he didn't get it.
Oh, so glad.
But like, I don't know. I've seen a lot of different takes about what people think about Marcus winning it, and I've seen more negative, like people being like, he shouldn't have won it. It doesn't make sense. He would have won it. But like, I feel like people don't give enough credit to perimeter defenders. Like, yes, like the centers, the big men, they have the stats, they have the blocks and steals, they clog the paint. They're the ones that cause the trouble down there. But like the perimeter guys, like they're the ones running around for 48 minutes that have to be up on everyone. And not for nothing, too, Marcus Smart is a very good paint defender.
Yeah.
He can play 1 to 5. He's small, but he can play 1 to 5.
Yep.
Not many guys can do that. And again, it says something to be the best defender on the best team. No one makes more winning plays than Marcus, especially on the defensive end.
He took a huge step from last
Bro,
year this year.
that I will say, the one thing, like you want to talk about growth, the last play of the game,
Yep, the
Marcus
pass.
Smart pump faked. I thought he was going to.
Everyone in the
Every
world
Celtics
thought he was
fan
shooting.
thought he was going to
Everyone
shoot
thought he was
because
shooting.
that's what he would have done
I
even at the
think
beginning of the year.
Just if you're breaking down that last play, the entirety of that last play shows the Celtics' growth.
Yeah.
Tatum
yeah.
driving to the bucket instead of hitting a fadeaway.
Right.
Smart not taking that three, pumping and passing, or not pumping and shooting like he normally would have,
Yeah.
or just shooting it. I think you see the coaching that Ime did, and then buying into the mentality. Because last year, Smart takes that shot. Last year,
Yeah.
Tatum dribbles and tries to fade away and hit
Right.
the shot. They're not taking the easy shots they were
Right.
last night, a year ago.
Yeah.
So I
mean,
think the whole play shows the growth.
It does come with personnel too. We've upgraded completely. I mean, last year what we went into the playoffs with was nothing compared to what we have right
I think
now.
Jabari Parker started a game for us.
Yeah.
in the
Romeo
playoffs
Langford
last
started
year
for us.
because
sure.
Jalen was out. Yeah, I mean, you just saw it from the beginning of the play. Jalen Brown went baseline, was kind of getting doubled a little bit. We remained patient, passed out to Marcus, pump fake, got those two guys, Tatum to the basket. They used up all the time they had. It's just smart basketball. They're a smart basketball team.
How many
That-
times have you watched that play so far?
I mean, I've seen the replay.
I've probably watched it over 25 times.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like it. I could it happened so quick. I didn't even know what happened initially when it happened. And the buzzer went off and everything. Yeah, I mean, that's why I've been confident. I mean, obviously it's only one game and they have to still win 4, but that's why I'm confident in them. They're a smart basketball team. They're not like they were at the beginning of. They're not last year. They're not like they were at the beginning of the year. If they make a mistake, they'll make up for it, and they're not going to make many mistakes.
So what do you think is more likely this next game?
Game 2 tonight?
Yeah, Kyrie going nuclear again. I'm talking at least over 35, or Jason Tatum going nuclear, going
Yes.
over 35.
I think Tatum. I don't think Kyrie's going to have that good of a game.
You think he's
against
gonna-
Oh, I
series.
think
think-
Kyrie
I don't
is
think so.
loving this
I think
right
tonight's
now.
Katie's
think
night.
so.
What?
I think tonight's
Katie is
night.
going to be is
Katie's
gonna
night?
take a
That's
step
you thinking
up.
this tonight?
Yeah, I think
Katie had a horrible
Yeah.
game.
I-
Like, people aren't really talking about it because he still got like 24. He still got decent
But he can
stats.
shoot.
He turned the ball over like 3 times in the first
and
4
he
minutes of
missed
the game.
so many shots too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like KD has even like a regular game. They beat us by like 6 probably.
Yeah.
I think Charles Barkley said this, and I don't agree a lot with what the
I love-
TNT
I love
guy
Charles.
said.
Barkley hates the
Oh,
Celtics.
terrible.
Charles Barkley said Kyrie and KD have to play nearly perfect for them to win a game. Because if Kyrie and all right, so let's say Kyrie has a bad game. He shoots 5 for 20. Who else on that team is going to step up? Steph Curry might hit some shots.
I was about to say,
but
Curry might be that guy, but he's going to have to take a huge step.
You can figure out how to guard a perimeter player like that just shoots around the perimeter. If KD and Kyrie, if neither of those guys are dropping 30 a game, I don't think the Nets have a chance of winning.
Yeah.
I think they have to play their best basketball because at least with Tatum, you can say the same about Tatum and Brown, and I get that argument, but it's just the Celtics are so much deeper. They're so much more better, well coached, and those things make a major difference. You can play the 2 best basketball players in the world.
It pisses me off no one picked up Goran Dragic because they got him for
I was
free.
about to say.
that was
Goran
a
Dragic
great
looked
pickup.
so good.
He's the X factor tonight.
He was like 8
Dragic-
minutes of just like Goran taking over the game.
He could be a guy that just weirdly gives you 20, 25.
easily,
for
easily.
sure.
And it pisses
A
me off
quiet
no one
25.
wanted him.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dragic, he dominates the Celtics every time he plays them.
Yep.
He's at 6.
He did well game 1. I think
he did really well
15
game 1.
game
Yeah.
1.
He's the X factor tonight to me.
Yeah.
He's the guy who, when one of Kyrie or KD are on the bench, he needs to be the guy to step up.
Him or Patty Mills.
Yeah.
One of those two. Patty Mills could do it too. But the thing about Patty Mills is he doesn't have like the ability to dribble the ball like Goran does. He can't play make and things like that. Spot up shooter strictly, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Garrett, do what they did game 1 too. Get Andre Drummond in foul trouble early. Make him
perfect.
a non-factor because he's going to eat you up on the board.
He
Oh, yeah.
was
So
eating us up too for the first quarter.
He had
also-
4 fouls in the second. Do that again. You're good with there.
Perfect.
So-
You also have to get more from Jalen too.
Yeah, I mean, you talk
Bad
about
Jalen game.
Katie had a bad
Yeah.
game.
Jalen
Jalen didn't
had
really
a
have a great.
bad
He didn't
game.
come alive until the 4th.
I worry about Jalen sometimes because he can disappear very easily.
I say that to our friend group like more than most people because like our friends, of course, always love Jalen, always love the Celtics, and I do love Jalen Brown. But he has games sometimes
He'll
where you're
disappear.
like, don't shoot that Jalen. Like
Yeah.
I have
Right.
literally
He
zero
gets-
confidence.
He gets
in
in
him.
his head so quickly.
Yeah, and he'll throw up the first like I can't. How am I going to describe? When someone kind of comes off him on defense, he throws up the first shot he thinks is open. And there's a lot of times where the guy backs off him a little to bait him into a bad shot, and he takes it right away. And Tatum's take a step forward
Yeah.
where he passes now. Jalen hasn't
Yep.
taken that step
Yeah.
yet.
Jason's a much smarter shot selector.
100%.
Than Jalen Brown is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think I agree. Jalen Brown can get in his head, but at the same time, like, I'm not disagreeing with what you guys are saying. I'm not. But like last game, fourth
Please
quarter,
do. Please try.
he didn't come alive to the fourth quarter. Like he was 0 for 3, and then he hit 1 3, and that was like the 3 that they needed. It's
Yep.
like even if he's not having the best shooting game, I still want him there because like like he wants to win. Like he's a winner. Like he's not there to get his stats, whatever. But
It helps.
he needs to play just. He doesn't have to play as well as Tatum, but he does need to play better than what he did last game.
It helps Jason took this huge step forward too, because remember, like 2 years ago, a year ago, we were
It was
like,
kinda
"Oh, they're
like
kind of on the same level." Yeah,
fairly
we're like,
even,
"Oh, they're
yeah.
both playing at the same level."
Now
everyone knows Jason gets the ball. When he gets the ball, find yourself an option, get yourself open. But he's our best player.
I thought it was cool when people said Jalen's just as good. I thought it was a great compliment for Jalen, but at the end of the day,
No.
the potential. I mean, there's
yeah.
just no.
It's not really
There's no
comparable.
ceiling for Jason. There's a
Yeah.
ceiling for Jalen.
Jason could legitimately win the MVP in the next 2 or 3 years. I don't
Jalen's
think
not an
there's
MVP
Jalen.
player.
Yeah, Jalen's gonna have tough
He's a
time
2.
making all.
He's a 2,
games.
and he's a great 2. But like that's it.
Yeah.
He's a Robin, and I love him. I really do. But he's a Robin at the end.
For
of
sure.
the
One of the nicest guys in the world, though. It
Yeah.
seems like.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So what are the games of tonight? We got the Celtics game. That's the one I care about. Probably gonna watch.
I can
Timberwolves Grizzlies happened
Last
yesterday.
night.
Yep.
Sixers, Raptors, Bulls, Bucks.
Those are all tonight.
Yeah. So no Tybal for
Yeah.
the Sixers.
I mean,
'cause
Sixers
Scotty
they're
Barnes
ramped
playing?
out. Scotty Barnes is a
questionable.
maybe.
Yeah.
He wasn't in a walking boot, so that's a good thing. Gary Trent might play. I mean,
I don't know, man. I think Sixers
If-
sleep.
if
Yeah.
the Raptors,
They're looking
they
too
gotta
good.
win one. They gotta win these games.
The
If
Raptors
they-
looking
Scotty
too
Barnes
young.
would kill
Yeah.
them. Would kill them.
Raptors are looking too young. They're looking too
Van
inexperienced.
Fleet doesn't look good,
No.
which is weird.
Yeah.
Wh-
The Sixers don't have it.
He was getting first team all defense votes. Van Fleet. People were talking to him being like a top 3, top 4 like perimeter defender. He is getting torched by like Tyrese Maxey, James
Yeah.
Harden, whoever's out there, bro. Shake Milton if he gets out on the court.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And then the Timberwolves, the other ones. I mean, the
Bulls,
Bulls played a
Bucks.
competitive game too.
Oh,
but
that's another sweep, I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Well, that's hoops. That's some hoops. Talk a little baseball. Last night, this is one play that really an interesting play happened last night. Luke Voigt, bang bang play at the plate, collides with Tyler Stevenson, the catcher for the Reds, and Stevenson gets hurt. Tommy Pham after the game, the Reds left fielder.
He was pissed.
He was pissed about it.
He
Really?
wanted to fight him.
Tommy Pham is a very vocal guy.
Okay, he's a rider.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but I'm gonna show you the slide, and I want you guys to judge.
I've
Yeah, I do wanna
I've
see
seen
this.
this multiple times.
I haven't seen this.
And I'll tell you.
This will be my live reaction.
Here
to
we
it.
go. Let's see.
I mean,
This is my
My issue is his hands.
his hands.
He,
I guess I'd
he
have to
went
see
right.
his hands, but
he
I would
went
go-
right for the head.
I would go by leg. I was, of course, looking where he was sliding with his legs.
Watch
didn't
what he
seem
does.
Like there was
Watch
anything there
watch
with
what
his
he
legs.
does with his arms.
Yeah.
That's the part that I think is dirty.
So they'll show a replay of it in a sec.
I
wait.
bet you a better angle.
Yeah, this is a good angle of
There
it.
we go.
So he comes.
He just-
Oh,
And he
so he
pushes
comes
his
down
head.
on his
Yeah.
head. I honestly, so what was he arguing? Like, of course he argued it wasn't intentional, right? There's
Yeah.
no ill blood there
Yeah.
between those two players before.
No.
I don't think that's on him. Or it's not that it's on him. Like, come on, like, don't do that. But I'm not gonna sue the guy over it.
My point of view is it's the shortstop's fault for throwing the ball into the path of the
Okay,
runner.
setting him up.
Yeah.
It's like when
You-
you set your receiver up for a huge hit and he
Exactly.
collides and gets
Exactly.
concussed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Voigt, listen, the arms thing, it's a reflex. He wasn't going. He was pulling his arms in. He wasn't pulling his arms. He was in to protect his chest, to protect his body. It wasn't
Yeah.
to injure the guy. He wasn't going out of his way. He was trying to avoid him. Voigt is just a large man,
Voigt's a
He is a big
big
boy.
man.
He's a big, beefy
Voigt's a
boy.
big man.
and running into Steven Luke to Luke Voigt like that, not going to feel good.
No.
Like that's just the nature of what
Yeah,
happened there.
nature
Like,
of the beast.
I think it wasn't intentional for sure.
No, I don't think it was intentional either.
Yeah.
It's just a bang bang play. I do think he could have done some things to make it a little less avoidable, but it's just in the moment.
It was just the throw took him into.
Stevenson's like on trajectory to be one of the best catchers in the league, correct? Am I crazy?
You're a little
No.
crazy, yeah.
Was he on an All-Star team last year or no?
He wasn't even the starter last year. Tucker Barnhart was the starter.
Oh,
last
maybe
year.
I'm thinking of someone else. Never mind
Yeah,
then.
yeah.
Well, he's got a concussion now.
Yeah, it
so
doesn't matter
he's-
anymore.
Yep.
He'll be out for a
Um,
little bit.
And then yesterday, also Garrett Cole struggled pitching
Again.
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 I hate him.
Well,
I'm not even a Red
can't
Sox
hate
fan.
him, but
I can't stand the
I
guy.
don't love him right now. You
He's
see all the
just-
Yankees fans that traveled just to boo him?
Yeah, really.
Oh, yeah. But it was
Calling
in
him a
Detroit,
pussy
correct?
and
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah,
like
they-
that.
a
Oh
bunch
my
of people traveled to boo
God.
him.
It is. I listen. When on opening day your start gets delayed by 4 minutes,
That was a little.
and you
yeah.
blame that.
That was a little-
That just I lost all respect.
All
for
right,
Garrett
I'm going to
Cole that day.
reluctantly go to bat for you right now, Garrett. Remember this. Guys, it's early in the season. Give him a break.
I don't
We gave
care
him
how
this
he
money
plays.
for a reason, and if you look at his track record, he's done not exceptionally well, but very well.
Yeah, I mean, you
He-
can,
li-
but
listen-
you can kind of point this back to last year when they took away the sicky stuff. I mean, look what he did against the play and the Red Sox in the wild card. He got
I can
yanked.
only defend him so much. He killed himself by saying
Listen.
like it's changed his
Yeah,
game,
of
like
course,
openly
yeah.
admitting it's changed his game.
That's not going to help
Like,
you.
you can't say that, Garrett.
In his 2 seasons with the Yankees, he's been very good. 3.11 ERA. Excuse me. 254. 254 innings pitched.
Strikeouts.
337 strikeouts.
Yep.
He has a K per 9 of 12. Like he has been
Hey.
what you wanted from Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Right.
He has very much been what you
No,
wanted. from Garrett
he
Cole.
hasn't been what you wanted because I want more still. But
You want
he's
$36 million.
exactly.
Garrett
But he's
Cole.
lived up to expectations.
He's
I still
finished-
want more though.
He's
Trust
finished
me.
4th and 2nd in Cy Young voting. He was 15th in MVP voting last year. Like he's been very good for the Yankees. It's the bitching. It's the lack of pitching in big games. That's the problem for me.
Oh, did you see the fake
here comes
report?
Oh, yeah, the Angels.
Oh my God! So
What?
there was a fake a Twitter account, just one of those things that just puts out fake reports just to throw people
Yeah, it's
off.
called the New York Post. Like
He got pulled. So he got pulled after an inning and 2/3, I believe. And the account was like, Garrett Cole before the game said that he would donate 600 MacBooks to an underprivileged school if he pitched more than 2 innings.
2 innings.
And the announcers after he got pulled was like, yeah, so we're getting word that apparently he was going to donate some MacBooks to an underprivileged school. And it's like, if he pitched 2 innings and, man, only an inning and 2/3, that's a tough blow. And it's just like,
some fake Twitter legitimately is
Yeah.
probably gonna make him have to go buy those laptops for someone he
Bro.
didn't
He
even make like
he
this
didn't
thing
pitch 2
for.
innings.
Yeah,
He didn't
literally.
pitch 2 innings, so he doesn't owe them shit. But that's
Real Scott's Tots.
dude, that
situation.
happens a
Yeah.
lot. There's one Twitter
I skipped that
account called
episode.
Ballsack
Yeah,
Sports. I don't know if you've ever heard of them,
Yeah, I've
but
seen
they're
it.
they're
Yep.
notorious for that. And Stephen A. Smith has probably fell for their things like 3 different times. I think,
Well,
like in the
there's,
last few
listen,
months.
Doesn't Barry McCockner?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
a big one. He
If-
keeps getting banned though.
Yeah.
If us three in this place can figure out what a real tweet and a fake tweet is, how can ESPN with all
Yeah.
their like
No, I
everything they
agree.
have
It's
not
all
figure
about-
out it's a fake tweet?
It's all about being first. It's all about being first.
Yeah,
and
they saw it and
checking
they
social
were
You're
like,
right. Just
yeah.
rushing to report whatever's big.
That's
yeah.
so funny though. Like that's so oddly specific. Like if I pitch 2 innings,
2 innings. Oh my
Like-
god.
I don't know. That's the first red flag right there.
It's a shame he didn't even get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after the game, it's like, what was going through your mind? He goes, a lot of four-letter words.
Yeah.
Just say that you were pissed off. Just say you're fucking
100%.
mad.
I saw that too. I was
Voice-
just like, say I'm fucking angry.
Voice your opinion, bro. Just say it. Don't be beating around the
We
bush.
won the game anyways, didn't we? Yeah,
Yeah.
we won
Did
the
they?
game anyways.
Yeah, they won. Yeah. Yeah. it
Oh,
was-
did you see how we scored our first like 2 runs?
Oh my God, this infield
It
fly.
was so bad.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah,
bad.
it was a miscommunication. I don't even know if it was a miscommunication. I think it was a windy
I don't
night.
think it was a miscommunication.
It was a windy night in Detroit, and it was a pop-up, bases loaded. Donaldson pops it up in the infield.
He literally is like, damn.
Yeah, he slams his bat down in disgust, like, fuck, I fucked
Yeah.
up. Everyone, first baseman comes in, pitcher comes in, catcher comes out a little bit.
Unbelievable.
Shortstop comes in. They're all looking at catcher's ball. He's calling everyone off. He loses it. It goes to the pitcher. Pitcher goes to catch it. It hits off his glove. He looks like he has it. He kicks it up off the glove and falls to the ground.
Shoots it up. Keep in mind, Yankees had bases loaded.
Yeah.
We scored 2 or 3 from that.
Two
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
It was nice. Nice way to score a couple easy
Yeah,
runs.
you take
In a
it.
game, we won like 4-2.
Yeah, those 2 runs were the
Yep.
difference maker.
Yeah, you take whatever you can get.
Exactly. That's baseball for you.
Oh,
It
yeah.
is.
All right, let's see what else we got. I'm going to sneeze again real quick.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Nailed it.
Oh, boy. My allergies. I got a text that I want to ask you guys a question because this is like something that's postured to me, and I'm curious as to your opinion on it.
What about Juan Soto?
It's not Juan Soto.
Oh, okay.
It's not baseball. It's not
Oh,
sports.
okay.
We're moving
Relationship
on.
advice?
Not relationship advice.
Okay.
Who is more attractive, Pete
Ryan
Davidson
Reynolds.
or Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow. I think Pete Davidson's got the personality. And
Well, they
he's
both
got
do.
probably got a foot long penis too, for sure.
I'd say they both have the personality. Like everyone likes Jack. Like I don't think either of them are attractive.
I don't think Pete Davidson's attractive at all. But
I'm gonna go
people
with
love
Pete
his
Davidson.
personality.
Pete Davidson.
I'm going to go with Pete Davidson because I find attractiveness in more than just image, I guess I would
personality.
say. And I think his personality is probably 10 times better than Jack
Harlow's
Harlow's.
hilarious though. He was talking about Fishtails or whatever it's called, and say he was bricked up watching that show in school and that movie in school. I mean, come on, that's comedy.
Actually, no, I've seen Jack Harlow say
Like
some
He is
funny shit.
Like
hilarious.
with,
I
with
now
both
think
of them,
about
I
it.
think with both of them, it's not their what they look like.
No.
It's combined with how they carry
They're
themselves.
confident. Dude,
Yeah.
Jack Harlow's the most
Yeah.
confident man I've
It's
ever
the
met. I've ever seen
BDE.
in my
It's the
life.
BDE.
Big dick, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Pete Davidson's packing. I mean, that's just a fact. Jack Harlow, I can only assume.
I do think Pete Davidson would be like, I can only look at it from a dude's perspective, and I would want to spend the day and hang out with more. I would more want to hang out with Pete Davidson than I would Jack Harlow.
Yeah, I think I'd get along more Pete Davidson for sure. I think me and him could relate more than me and
I'm
Jack
sure he's
Harlow.
enjoying today, 420.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's really enjoying it.
No, yeah,
I'm sure they
for
both
sure.
are.
Jack,
Jack
Harlow
Harlow?
doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I was about to say,
he
I
doesn't
don't think-
drink. I don't think he
I
smokes
didn't
either.
think he smoked.
He
yeah.
quit. He quit drinking almost a year ago.
Ah,
He made a
yeah.
post about it a while ago.
Good
I
for him.
remember.
Good for him.
A lot of people like surprisingly don't, or at least say they don't. It's very
Hey,
surprising.
I mean, it's not a
Yeah.
bad thing.
Little
that's for
Yachty,
sure.
it's one.
You don't want to get caught up in that, especially if you're a celebrity. You slip up, say some things, do some things.
Yeah.
When you're drunk, ruin your career. So
Look how many,
smart.
literally, look how many people have said something drunk and just railed their careers.
Morgan Wallen did it last year. I
Mel
mean, he's
Gibson.
fine now, but like,
Well, they're both
Among
fine.
other
oh, how
things.
about
Other
the
things.
guy from Seinfeld, Kramer?
Ah,
That's
Oh
a whole-
my
Well-
god!
Well-
Oh my god!
Yeah, I
that
mean-
ruined him so bad for me too.
Well, yeah, you yelled slurs at black people in the audience.
Can't do that.
But like,
You can't.
ah,
Can't do that.
I love Seinfeld so
Sure,
much.
sure, I mean, there's-
and Curb, he's in Curb too.
Yeah. I mean, isn't he his post? His Curb appearance is post.
Was it really?
Well, when they do the Seinfeld reunion
Yeah.
and stuff, yeah, it's after.
Wow.
Because it's 2007.
Good for you, Larry.
wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
I can never support that man.
Yeah.
I can never
it's
watch
gross.
Seinfeld.
Michael
because of that.
Richards has always had like, there was like, I was watching. Do you guys know Andy Kaufman?
Yeah.
The
Oh, I
comedian?
know who Andy Kaufman is.
Yeah, yeah. He was on the show like in the 80s and stuff like that with Michael Richards, and Kaufman's thing was like breaking down comedy, walls and stuff like that. And so Kaufman kept breaking and doing his own thing, and Michael Richards tried to fight him live on air.
Michael
Yeah.
Richards is the Seinfeld guy?
Yes, that's
Okay.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
Okay.
Kramer, but
Yeah.
like, he strikes me as an unstable guy a
Mike,
little
he's
bit.
not a
Mike
good guy.
Dick. Mike
Fuck 'em.
Dick.
But anyway, so
What were we talking about?
We talked about who
Pete Davidson? Yeah, he's got
Yeah.
he's got a penis. That's for sure.
He's got a schlong.
He
All
definitely
right,
does.
so the comments we've got. Amanda says Jack Harlow.
Let's go,
Pete Davidson's
Amanda.
awful. Sonny
He's
says
not
Jack
awful.
Harlow.
Come on.
Cal L15 says Jack Harlow.
Yep.
Ethan says Pete Davidson hasn't slept. Looks like he hasn't slept in 4 years.
That's probably true.
Amanda says bigger doesn't always mean better.
Whoa.
All right, Amanda.
Okay. Hey, everyone's got their opinions.
It's-
I'm not saying it's better. I'm just saying what he's got. I mean,
I don't think-
that's been on record.
Well, he said he doesn't.
Have you seen
Of
King of
course he's
Staten
gonna
Island?
say
Have you seen
that.
the movie King of Staten
No, I
Island?
saw a big adult adolescence though, like this other movie that he did.
Good movie.
Yeah. And then Dwayne Bacon says Jack Harlow over Pete. So it seems like
Jack Harlow.
everyone would be. Everyone's choosing Jack
I
Harlow.
feel like
here.
a lot of people don't think they'd vibe with Pete because he's seen like obviously he has a lot of mental health stuff going on. He seems like he's depressed half the time, which whatever. But I think he's a fun guy. I mean, he's dating Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, call
for
me
God's
Kim
sakes.
K. I like him, bro.
mean,
He's cool.
He's dated her. Obviously, Ariana Grande. There was whoever
He
it
dated
was
Larry David's
after
daughter.
Beckinsdale or whatever
Kate
her name
Beckinsale,
was.
yeah.
Kate Beckinsale. Woo. I mean,
Larry
damn.
David's daughter.
Damn. What? Who?
Larry David's daughter.
Yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah.
his daughter?
Well, no, not
No.
Kate
Oh,
Beckinsale.
then
he
Larry-
dated also.
Ah,
Larry David.
gotcha. Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say two different last names there.
Beckinsale.
Yeah, dude, the guy's got the guy's got a Derek Jeter track record. You
And
make
he
a
looks like
diamond, you
that.
make the baseball field, he can
Oh,
fill it
yeah.
out. He can
Yeah.
fill it out.
Yeah. Oh man, what a topic.
Any other guys we want to compare? Leo and Ryan Reynolds.
Leo's a swarmy guy. I don't like Leo.
Ryan Reynolds all
I'd pick
day.
Ryan. That's an unfair
Ryan Reynolds.
matchup. It's
Ryan Reynolds is
Reynolds
way
all
more
day.
normal. Leo's a kind of creep and sucks.
Ryan Reynolds he's like he's funny, but he doesn't try to be funny. You know what I mean? Like he's just like
Ryan
naturally
Reynolds
funny.
seems like the guy who would be literally the most fun to spend an entire afternoon with
All right.
of all celebrities.
So is that your answer? Most celebrity you'd want to spend the most time with?
Celebrity I'd want to spend the most
Ryan Reynolds is
time
top
with.
3
He's up
for
there.
sure. For sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Any
Any celebrity though?
I love Jason Sudeikis, and this is before Ted Lasso. Bill Hader's my number one.
Bill
Bill
Hader's
Hader, Andy
really
Samberg.
good. Andy Samberg's really good.
Andy Sandberg's a
Andy
great
Samberg
one.
I feel like Samuel L. Jackson
whole-
would just be a fun fucking.
I'm going to say this.
afternoon.
I think Andy Samberg is miles more attractive than like Jack Harlow, and
Andy Sandberg.
like the way he carries himself. I'm choosing Andy Samberg, a nice Jewish boy. Give me that.
All right,
every
there's
Andy
bias there,
Samberg. You know,
come
this is
on.
gonna sound crazy, but he's literally like kind of grown into like this father role of like comedy.
Oh,
Like, and he's not even that old, but
he's
like
like
he's like
43.
almost past all like the comedy. He's past the sketch stuff. He's past the
Well,
young
now he does
stuff.
TV.
He's big movie and TV guy, which he's.
Did you see
making the
Palm
money.
Spring?
Oh, it was so good.
really like Palm
So
Springs.
that was maybe top 5 movie that year.
Yeah.
for sure.
Have you ever seen Popstar?
Pop star. Oh,
Never
with the
Stop,
one
Never
with-
Stopping?
Was it
The
with?
Lonely Island one?
No, actually, I haven't. Then I was thinking about the one with Adam Sandler. That's
No,
my boy,
That's My
maybe.
Boy.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Popstar is one of my favorite movies of all time. It is. It's pretty much it's a Lonely Island movie. So the Lonely Island made like he plays Andy Samberg plays this pop star Connor for real, and oh boy, that surprised me so much. He like releases his album that flops, and it's a mockumentary that follows him, and the music's really funny. He's really funny. The performances are great. Highly recommend Popstar.
Most underrated movie, in my opinion, of all time is Hot Rod with Andy
Oh my
Samberg.
God,
I
I
think
love
that
that
might be
movie.
the most underrated movie of all time. And Bill Hader's in it. Everyone who's funny. Danny
Danny
McBride.
McBride, yep.
The whole Lonely Island
Yep.
team's in it. It's great.
You look pretty tonight, Denise. What? I said you look shitty. Good night, Denise.
I said you when he said that, bro. That one I would have got that reference for.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one was so funny.
That's one of John's favorite movies too.
Really?
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
That scene where they're making the noises and they keep cutting the noise like ba ba, and they do the full song off that.
Absolutely, bro.
Have you seen Hot Rod?
I have, yeah,
Yeah.
long time ago, but I have seen it.
So who would you want to spend a day with? Any celebrity?
I mean, I think the easy answer for me would be J. Cole for sure.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I mean that he'd probably be number one for me. I'd have to. That's a loaded question. There's a lot of celebrities. There's a lot.
Yeah,
of
if
people
we're
you can
doing
pick from.
sports, that's a whole different thing. Because my answer would then be J.J. Watt. I would completely switch
Right.
And
it
JJ
up.
Watt falls into that.
Yeah, okay, then J.J. Watt. Yeah, that'd be my answer all day, every day.
Yeah.
It's like my goal in life is to meet J.J. Watt.
I'm Ben Affleck. I want to talk to him about how he
Ben
got
Affleck
back
also
with
seems like he
J-Lo.
sucks.
I'll just get some advice.
Were you're
Advice.
you're a Ben Affleck over A-Rod guy?
Oh,
They
yeah. I
both
mean, Team
suck.
Boston all the way.
Well, I mean,
Ben Affleck is.
they're both.
They should make a statue of him, put it in the center of Boston. Him and Matt Damon.
Ooh, they're
Kissing.
both great for different things.
Did you know that the movie that they were in a movie last year together called The Last Duel?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a pretty
Yep.
solid movie. There was supposed to be a scene where they kissed, and it would been their first on-camera kiss.
And
Who?
Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh my
And-
God! No way.
They cut it.
They cut it.
Yeah.
Is there a scene out there of Matt Damon and Ben Affleck doing a little Boston smooch?
I hope so.
Oh, yeah.
No, that would have been
Harder.
not in the movies, but it would have been their first on-screen kiss
Good for them.
in The Last Duel. That hasn't happened though. I want it.
it'll happen. They're making a
Boston-
new movie together. So
Another
Have you
one?
seen the movie Dogma?
Yes. Oh, I love that
Oh,
movie.
that's probably their best movie together. to
I
be
watched
honest.
that movie like 3 days before Alan Rickman died.
Oh my! I was just about to say Alan Rickman maybe his best. Snape's of course is most iconic, but like
well, what about
Galaxy
Die
Quest.
Hard?
Well, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Hans
Hans
Gruber.
Gruber.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I still think Snape's probably more iconic.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Tom Brady. Bro, I feel I'm sorry, I've just jumped in there. Dude, I feel like he's like a dad. I get that he's old, but I feel like he's a blast to be around. Like you saw him at the Super Bowl parade last year. He got hammered.
It's like Ryan Reynolds type stuff.
Dude,
He's a dad.
I feel like you could absolutely have a ball with Tom Brady. Go out to the bar, get a few drinks.
He'd
get a
be
few
competitive
shots in
about
him.
everything. That'd be
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah,
That'd be
for
fun.
shot or something like
Yeah,
that. I'd go
play a
shot
little
for shot
darts
with
with him.
Brady. Hell yeah. Oh, he'd kill me in darts.
And I feel like he's another dude who kill anything he'd do. He'd just be great at it.
Yeah,
anything he
for
picked
sure.
I don't know. I think that Tom Brady would be kind of an asshole to be around.
Nah.
Oh,
I
you're
think get a few
crazy.
drinks,
loosen him up
I don't
a
even
little
like the
bit.
dude that much, and I think he'd be a great
Oh, that's
time.
a good answer. Marshawn Lynch.
He's
Oh,
fun.
Marshawn Lynch
That-
is
I'd take-
hilarious.
Give me a golf cart. Not a golf cart. Give me a field cart for football. Put me on it with him. We'll do some donuts. In the Zamboni. Did you see the video of him on the Zamboni?
Yeah, last week. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, he bought part of the Seattle Kraken.
Him and Macklemore.
That's who it was.
Yes,
Macklemore.
Yes. How could you forget Macklemore?
This one's kind of like just because he's a feel good dude. Giannis. would
Oh,
be a-
Giannis.
Yeah, he's a
Giannis would-
genuine.
he just strikes me as a guy who would not let you have a bad time.
No,
He'd
he's
always
just-
want you to be in a
yeah.
good mood.
I'd feel like a child next to him.
Yeah.
Sit
Yeah.
next to him. But
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
I feel like that's like
he'd buy drinks
little
for
kid.
us. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd buy drinks.
he's like a year older than us, 2 years older than us.
Yeah, he's really not that much.
crazy.
He's really not that
Someone
old.
said, Dwayne Bacon says, what are your guys' opinions on Ian from Alvin and the Chipmunks? David, do you mean the actor David Cross or the character? Because I've never seen the movie.
David
Alvin and the
Cross is a
Chipmunks?
great actor.
David Cross is great.
Hilarious.
Mr. Show. Have you ever seen Mr. Show?
No.
The greatest sketch comedy show of all time. It's
That's
Bob
not true.
Oh, yes, it is. Bob Odenkirk and David Cross in the 90s.
Oh, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Him and Bob Odenkirk show. I didn't know the
Yeah,
name of it.
yeah.
Yes.
It's the greatest sketch comedy show. of
I've
all
not
time.
seen it. But
What do you think is the
okay.
greatest sketch comedy show of all time?
So, okay, I have two in my heart. One is The Whitest Kids You Know
Aw.
from back in the day.
R.I.P.
Oh, right? And one of
Yeah.
their actors, main guy,
lead
just
guy, yeah.
died. Yeah. And then the other one, of course, I'll just do The Lonely Island. The Lonely Island sketches on Saturday
Yeah.
Night Live used to, when I'm on a Boat came out, I don't think you realize how much like revolutionized music for like people like me and Dante. How many times do you think you listen to I'm on a Boat?
I remember the
many
first
times.
Too
I
many
count.
times to count. Too many times.
I just
to
had sex with
I just had sex?
Three-way. All the songs with
just-
Justin
Dick
Timberlake.
in a box.
Dick in a box.
Dude,
Dick in a box. Dude, I showed up
listen,
to 8th grade
saw-
Christmas party.
You
We had
gonna
to
tell
give
me that's
gifts, bro.
they're better than
I
Lonely
had a
Island?
box wrapped
Yes.
around my waist on my dick, and my teacher sent me to the principal office.
No.
And I asked me, I was like, I had a dick in a box. So they were just like, what? And I was like, it's a sketch.
Listen.
I got in trouble for it.
I love Lonely Island more than anything else. I saw Lonely Island live when they came to Boston a couple of years ago.
That's cool.
I can give me a Lonely Island song, I can sing it. Like
Of
I
course.
know all the words to their songs.
Yep.
Mr. Show is the greatest sketch comedy show of all time. Because
Have-
Lonely Island's just sketches. They're from SNL.
Okay. Have you
Like-
seen I Think You Should Leave?
Yes. Oh,
I
yeah.
think
I've
he
seen
might be the best soon. Give
Tim
me a
Robinson?
little more. Give me a
that. I
little more
love Tim
season.
Robbins. I've seen so much of
He's
his stuff.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
He's
Have you ever watched The
unbelievable.
Traitors? Detroiters.
Detroit? No, I have not.
Yeah, it's a great show. It's funny you ask. I think you should leave because I reference it constantly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the time we have for our show today.
Hell yeah.
Good show. Kind of booked by quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the show. Get more episodes. If you're listening as a podcast, make sure you can go to our Patreon and you can be part of the conversation. Thank you for leaving comments today, all the guys watching at home, watching along with us. We'll be back on Friday with a live episode. I will not be here. Casey will be taking my place. I am going home for the weekend. So you can.
All right,
if I'm going to be at
Daughtry.
Nats games. What?
All right, Daughtry.
I'm going home to the place where I belong. So I'll be at Nats games this weekend. If you're at Nats
Still
games,
pisses me off.
what?
Oh,
The Daughtry
yeah,
didn't win.
Daughtry
Lost
losing.
American Idol.
He talks about
know.
that all the time.
And they use his song at the end of American
and then
Idol.
they have the audacity to use his biggest hit as their go away song.
I know.
Like, get the
Ugh,
fuck out
outta
of
Do
here.
you remember
bro.
whose it was before Daughtry?
Ooh, who was it?
I could tell Daniel Powder had a bad
Oh,
game.
my
God.
Take
Oh,
your
yeah.
word down.
Yep.
That's so right.
Yeah, at least I
Turn
didn't
it
disrespect him.
around.
It's the 20th anniversary of American Idol this
Yeah.
season. Doesn't matter. Shouldn't matter to anyone if Daughtry isn't.
Shouldn't matter.
They're gonna bring back the winners. Daughtry isn't gonna be there. What's the point of watching? So.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys Friday. Peace.